Oh, baby. Hold on, not yet. Not yet. Hold on, hurry, Cal, flip it over. Hurry, come on. Oh. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show. Let's go. Let's go. Reset the vibes night here at Friday night. DNVR bar. Everything is set for the Nuggets to reset the vibes and win us all back over from saying bad things about them. We are presented by Miller Lite. We're also in the Toyota Winners Toyota pregame show or lounge, driven by our front range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. The man who's always on time, Harrison Wind.
It's when you do this show for 5 years, 6 years. I don't even know how long. You know when it's going to start, so you can get here right when it starts.
If you didn't know,
the story of my life.
Well, Dev has mastered this, of course. So
mastered the art.
Trying to follow in his footsteps.
Over here, the man who wakes up and sleeps here, D-Line Co.
That's right, guys. I'm sleeping here right now.
he might be sleeping here right now. Rounding out the show, last but certainly not least, Superstar Dev.
Look, listen. I am afraid of tonight.
Really?
Really?
They need to win this game because I might say some things that you don't like.
Oh, no. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Come on, Nuggets.
Get a win.
Come on, Nuggets. Do this for us and only us. I also, can I bring this up? You've been at war the last couple days?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a war.
Whoa, what?
No?
I wouldn't call it a
You're
war.
at war?
People are mad and I'm not. It's really like that.
Yeah, it's a
not a
one-sided battle.
It's a one-sided battle.
Yeah, I got a lot of that. I've learned
As
this.
in one side is doing the fighting.
Yeah, one side's doing the fight, talking to a wall. There's a brick wall some people are yelling at. Muting a tweet when you have a criticism of the Nuggets that you just know everyone's going to be mad about. It's actually the greatest move. But I hate it because I love interacting with my people, but they can't be trusted.
Oh, God.
You say something critical of the team, and it's like, you.
Oh, dude, after the last game, I was so annoyed. I went into our comments on YouTube. I was telling people that were criticizing the show. I was like, "Don't ever come back."
Yeah, just stay away.
We don't want you.
You know what the craziest thing is? You could talk about someone every single day.
Yeah.
Because you truly love this team.
Yeah.
And this is what you cover.
Yeah.
And it could be like, let's say 2 million positive things. The one time you say something that could be looked at as negative, that becomes the story.
That's
pretty crazy.
That's the old narrative with the Nuggets. We're talking about a rebirth of sorts.
That's true.
Okay.
That we
That
hope
is
happens
true.
tonight in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. What do you got for us, Harrison?
The Philadelphia 76ers come into this game red hot. They're red hot winners of 4 in a row.
Dang.
Is it possible the Sixers and Nuggets will always just be opposite each other? Like we thought with the Broncos, they could never be good at the same time.
And this immediately started after the Nuggets put 144 on them in Denver. They beat the Cavs.
That's a huge win.
That
They
is
beat
huge.
the Bulls. That's a tough win, as we've seen.
Turns out that's a great win.
Yeah. They beat the Lakers and the Kings.
Man.
So a couple very good wins in there for Philly, who's extremely undermanned tonight. Joel Embiid is out, missing, I believe, his 14th game in a row. Paul George is also out. Andre Drummond, backup center, who's had a bad year for them, is out. Caleb Martin is out.
Dang.
Jared McCain's already hurt. So they got an injury report that's long.
Yeah.
Longer than Dev's Bet365 account. But
Dang, that's long.
yeah.
That's long.
What a
So-
long account.
But they've been stringing together some wins with this undermanned team. So, I mean, Nuggets got to bring it tonight.
They absolutely have to bring it about. I mean, we talk about desperation. I think the Nuggets are desperate. 3 straight losses. You look at that standings, a loss tonight, man, we might be back in the play-in. So you have a real incentive tonight. But if you go to the Sixers, they might be more desperate. Even on a 4-game win streak, they're 19-27. That's a horrible record. Every game matters to them right now. They have Boston right after this game, then Dallas. It's not like they have a bunch of easy games coming up. They are also a desperate team. So this is a matchup of 2 very desperate teams.
My one note from Michael Malone's pregame presser. This is via Bennett Durando from the Post. He said Michael Malone pointed out to Michael Porter Jr. after the Minnesota game that he had 0 rebounds.
Yeah.
0 rebounds in that game. Malone's quote was, "I've never seen that from you before." That was Porter's first 0 rebound game since his rookie season.
Why did he bring this up, I wonder? Because it's like, that was 2 games ago. A lot of horrible stuff has happened in the 2 games. Don't you think it's a little weird?
I don't. I think that it's like trying to get him to like stay true to himself. These are the things that we expect from you. And also, we don't care if you're not making shots. We want you to work hard. And that is an effort, type of thing. It's also like him staying mentally in the game. And we know if there's a guy that has those mental lapses or is not always involved, it's Michael Porter Jr. So I think that it was one of those pieces of like, hey, I want this to be on your radar and for you to like think about it because this is what we need you to do to be better.
Well, it's also if you're going through a shooting slump, you can't just be shooting and missing. You got to be doing other things. You got to get on the glass. You got to defend, and he didn't get on the glass. So
is this? I mean, let's just ask, and I'll start with you, D-Line. Who do you think most needs a bounce back game tonight?
I think it's probably Michael Porter Jr. I mean, I would say like he's like really under the fire right now. I mean, you don't question whether or not Jokic has got it. It's you have a bad game. He doesn't require a bounce back, I would say.
Really? All right, Michael Porter. I do think Michael Porter needs a bounce back, man. It has not looked pretty lately.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like
Vote's not here. He's going off.
Yeah,
this is a 38-point game
for sure. And like he just, like there's just like there's a lot of chatter right now, and it's a crazy part of the year.
Yeah.
In that we are coming in on the trade deadline. Like Michael Porter Jr. needs to show up. Like he's got to show that he wants to be a part of this team, and like he's willing to do what it takes when they need him, and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. What about you, Dev? Who do you think it is?
I think Michael Porter Jr. is like the obvious answer just because of the noise of what's going on around the league. But a player that I would go with is, I think it's Aaron Gordon.
Ooh,
but it's like
a lot of candidates.
It's the idea of you have to become back to this defender that you once were, because that's what they need the most right now. You have these other, capable defenders, but he is the legit defensive anchor. I think Peyton Watson has like the most upside defensively at this point in time, but Aaron Gordon is like your heartbeat of the defense. So if he's playing well, maybe that becomes contagious. Maybe that slows things down a bit, and that is the biggest need for the Nuggets right now is to like try to slow somebody down.
These are 2 really good answers.
They're really good answers. There's a better one though. It's Nikola Jokic.
They didn't want to do it.
I don't know why. Because if Nikola Jokic plays well, the Nuggets win tonight.
Yeah,
it's really as simple as that. I do think getting a good Michael Porter Jr. game would be huge, just for the vibes, just for the momentum at this point in the season with how bad he's looked. AG, I assume he's back in the starting lineup again tonight. I actually did not look at the starters, but I'm sure he's still starting again tonight. Him having a signature game. We haven't had an Aaron Gordon signature game this season. Still waiting for that. But it just comes down to if Nikola Jokic turns it up tonight, if he imposes his will, not just on offense, but if he actually plays defense in the first quarter of this game, the Nuggets will win. Can I even just boil it down to that? If Nikola Jokic plays defense in the first quarter of this game, the Nuggets win.
I do think Jokic's defense is a big part of this. But I'll just say, to me, Jokic's mood overall the last 3 games have been a little thorny. I feel like we know he can dominate. All the players he went against, you go like, all right, this is a good, favorable thing. He can go Vucevic, all right. But he hasn't been pressing that button. We know when he presses the MVP button, it's Nuggets win. For whatever reason, he hasn't pressed that the last 3 games. Even that Minnesota game was him dominating for the first 10 minutes and then not shooting the rest of the game. Tonight, play some defense. Just bring the team back. The team can't do it without him. Put a lot on his shoulders, bring him back. So I'm with you guys. That's where I would look. Or I'm with you, Harrison. That's where I would look. I'll even throw out Michael Malone. I do feel like Malone has, in this losing streak that they're on, changed the starting lineup. There's been gone to an 8-man rotation. The whole team seems to be going into this tight, uncomfortable space. I think Michael Malone needs a good night tonight.
Remember when Hunter Tyson was playing minutes?
Hey, back when that was understandable, early in the year, you think he should be playing?
Yeah, why not? Back then, you needed wins more desperately than you do right now.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think back then, though, he was playing like out of necessity. Right now, the core, the 8 guys are not winning games. So it's not looking at, deeper on the bench. You need your guys to play a lot better. So when Hunter Tyson is playing, that means they're winning games. Like I think that's what that means. So yeah, I would like Hunter Tyson to play just because of that.
Why not Spencer Jones? Let's get
Well, it's like more reasonable to think that you want to actually cultivate the confidence of Hunter Tyson. Like you signed him. There's belief in the organization that he's like actually some part of their future, however long that is. Like you want to get something out of the guy.
All I'm saying is you rolled out an 8-man playoff rotation against the Bulls and lost.
And lost, yeah.
Well, that's
and got embarrassed.
You had to though. I think that's the push. It's not in these last 3 games. There was no time for Hunter Tyson because they've been losing. It's been close games. If you're trusting in him in those times, then you really are in trouble. It's a danger zone.
There was a report earlier this week that the Nuggets had a player on their radar that we might see tonight.
Oh, baby.
Gershon Yabusele.
The Nuggets have been connected to every role player on the trade block right now.
Do we have the tweet, Kale? Can you pull it up just so I can credit the appropriate person? Who was it that had the report? Mike Scott. Well, then.
No, Mike Scott is legit. My guy, Mike.
Oh, is that the legit one? Okay, I always knew there was one that wasn't.
Mike
wasn't.
Scott of Hoop Site.
Celtics, Knicks, maybe even the Denver Nuggets interested in the big man. Athletic, had himself a great Olympics. The Sixers fans like him.
He's the only thing that's gone right for
I was
the
going to
Sixers
say,
this
man,
year.
our Sixers beat out there in Philadelphia. They made a video the other day that was like, the only good thing going on for us this year is Yabusele. And then immediately it was like, Sixers looking to trade Yabusele. I was like, oh, man, poor guys.
Yeah.
But Yabusele, this is kind of your guy. You liked him at the Olympics.
Yeah, and I liked him a couple weeks ago when we were talking about, like, this is a guy that I would like them to target. Like, he is versatile enough that it doesn't make it so that Aaron Gordon has to be the de facto backup 5.
He's kind of the Aaron Gordon backup center version of Aaron Gordon.
And he's obviously like he's a guy that can, like, he can move, he can shoot. We saw him like absolutely take it to LeBron James and actually lock him up and like dunk on him and like kind of embarrass him in the Olympics. Like, it's not unthinkable. I mean, the Nuggets are certainly going to play the Lakers in the playoffs as they always do. So like, why not have a guy like that? I just like his game, man, and I want good players, and that's a guy that if he goes to your bench of all things, like he would be incredible.
He's too good right now. Like, you would have to give up something better, right? Like. He's not even on a big contract or
well, that's why, because they'll lose him next year. It's a Bruce Brown situation. Only they're not contending. So it's like
he's good and he's playing extremely well. Like this, I mean, he's a pickup. I feel like every team would want. Like all contenders should be knocking on that door to try to get him. If you're not giving up too much as well. He's offensive, defensive. He's athletic. The dancing bear. Like he brings a little bit of everything. I like him. I really do think that he will make this team better, as I think he will make any team better. But he plays hard. He competes on every single, play, and you build around those type of guys.
But the role he would take on here is the role that is the worst role in all of the NBA. Nikola Jokic's backup.
Yeah.
What do you think if he came here, given his skill set, that he would just turn into Zeke Naji?
Likely, yeah. Probably. But I still think it's worth trying to get another big guy. I do think if you can get a big man, maybe it's not Yabusele, maybe it's somebody for nothing. I still think it's something the Nuggets should probably explore. Just to have another body, just to have somebody else other than DeAndre Jordan that you can go to at that spot. So the thing about Yabusele, and that makes him different than Thomas Bryant, makes him different than insert backup center that the Nuggets have brought in, is he's like a tough, physical, scrappy player. He's a defender and rebounder.
Yeah.
He's a guy who's going to hustle, who's going to run the floor, who's going to play with joy, who's tough. He's a load to handle in the paint. So he's a little different in terms of backup center molds compared to the couple of the recent guys the Nuggets have brought in.
Might be interesting. I mean, I don't know. This is not one I think Denver should use their main assets for. And when I say
the first round pick.
The first round pick and even their top 8. Like if this is when they moved Julian Strawther to get Yabusele, I'd be like, what are we doing? I don't know that if you're going to move a Strawther or Peyton Watson, your hope is that you get somebody that you're like, for sure, that pushes him to a new level. Yabusele might be turned into Zeke Naji, and then you're like, what on earth did we just do?
Well, and he's probably a rental.
And he's probably a rental. So if you're getting a Yabusele,
but there's no way he turns into Zeke Naji. Zeke Naji can't rebound. Like, Yabusele absolutely gets into the paint. Like, the thing is like Russ probably is going to run the second unit, and he could play with a Yabusele who, like, he can actually just get into the paint and can be a safety valve, like, in close. Like, you can't move him out. Like, it would work, man. And plus, he is like a reliable stretch 4 or 5. Like, he can actually knock the shots down.
I like him. I don't know what the deal, because the assets below Julian Strother, it's like there's a huge gap. So now it's like, oh, Hunter Tyson, and like, no, I don't know, man. So I don't know if Denver can pull it off. And to be honest with you, I just don't know. I've always said that backup center role, does it really move the needle a lot in a playoff series? Does Gershon Yabusele, he probably does play in a playoff rotation. So,
but he also could play the 4, is the thing. Like, he could come in theoretically if Mike is
like Tobias Harris of Aaron Gordon's.
But the thing is like he could play alongside, and he could give Aaron Gordon some like.
I was thinking of that one for the last 5 minutes.
It's good stuff. I just think a player like that is like so versatile. It would be insane to think that he wouldn't raise your level by adding him in.
In other news, the All-Star teams have been revealed.
Let's go.
Finally,
we
the
now
good
know
stuff.
who's there. But here is the good stuff. I'm going to be honest. One criticism I have for Yoke doesn't really fit into the All-Star game. And I'm mad at LeBron for never doing the dunk contest. I'm mad at guys for making this All-Star game really lame. This year, Adam Silver full of ideas. This year, they're breaking it into 4 teams.
Yeah.
3 of that will be of the All-Star. And Kenny, Chuck, and Shaq will pick these teams.
Oh, God.
There will be 3 starters, and the rest will be reserves.
Well, he didn't say who the 4th team was.
The 4th team, I can't remember.
There's nothing that's going to get the NBA All-Stars to play hard.
This is the dumbest thing
than
ever.
by putting them against a team of G League players.
G League Elite or something, right?
The G League Elite, the
It's
4th
possible
team.
Pickett and Spencer Jones might
Bro,
actually be
we're
in the
gonna
All-Star
run
game.
the picket fence on them.
The Rising Stars game?
Oh, that's right. I think that's
yeah.
what it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're right. Still.
Not much better.
Yeah, it is way better, though. It is way better
Yeah.
than if it was Mac McClung again. We're like, what? It's the MVP of the All-Star
Not
game
bad.
now? So
Reese Shea.
I was wondering if we could put together, and I'll let everybody give a chance. I'll go first just to give you guys a chance to think. The perfect team that I hope gets Nikola Jokic for him to have a great one. First off, I hope he gets Shaq. Who loves Jokic more than Shaq right now? Shaq,
as a coach.
As a coach.
Yeah. Okay.
Shaq is all in. I hope that he gets him on the team and is like, listen, guys, we're playing through Yoke. Everybody listen up. This is how the team goes. All you guys got to learn from him. So I hope he gets him as a starter. And I can't believe I'm saying this. I hope he gets LeBron James. Because I think a LeBron Jokic basis of your offense is great. So that would be one of my starters. I would move over and go probably Steph Curry, just because I think Steph Curry, give Yoke Curry. That would also be incredible. And then I just need shooters around him. So I'm going to go with... Oh, man, this is actually tough. There's not that many great shooters. I'm going to go with Victor Wembanyama and Anthony Edwards as the supporting cast. Some nice... Let those guys play the defense, space the floor from three-point shooting, and give me Steph, LeBron, and Yoke.
Is Wemby playing the 4?
Yeah.
I mean, that's his natural spot.
He plays the 4 now.
That's his natural spot. Really, just get him out of the way. Go block the shot so Yoke doesn't have to play defense. I hope Shaq puts that team together, and that's what we get to see.
I've never been less excited for an All-Star game.
Well, if you got that one, and Yoke was actually like 18 assists,
I don't know. This new format, I'm just so pissed about it, man.
Yoke just posting up Mac McClung.
I want to see him post up Pickett.
Who wants to give it theirs next? You got yours?
Well, listen, first off, what I hope happens is that Jokic pretends to be sick and does not go to this. I'm very much over Jokic being in the All-Star
So the
game.
fact that Luke is not in it, he might be extra grouchy.
Oh, he's
I'm
going to be
saying,
so
man,
lonely.
Did
Are
you-
there even any other international guys on the
Şengün,
team?
Wemby,
Alperen Şengün.
Giannis. Oh,
Shea
Şengün.
is
Okay.
kind of...
And he remember it used to be Jokic and Giannis. Those were the buddies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
they-
the original.
But like
buddy.
really, I mean, I honestly hope he ducks this thing. I can't think of because do you remember what he said when he got elected or he got whatever, and then it was revealed to him
Voted in, yeah.
he was voted in the post game. They were like, hey, you're Mo's leading the votes. He's like, thanks for not letting me get any rest that week.
Yeah.
Like,
But again, this is bad for the league. I honestly think this. I know you disagree, but I just
the league has done it to itself. Though
it has. But I criticize all the players who are like, well, if they paid us, we would do it. I criticize them, so I can't be like, but Yoke, he deserves to not have any responsibilities to elevate the game in any way. Like this is a fan service thing. It's not that hard.
except for that, it's fan disservice. Like the game that's been given to us. I mean, we'll see.
But my hope is this team goes out and dominates.
I hope so. I hope you're right too. I really hope that you're right. I think that would be really fun to see Jokic with Steph Curry. That would be a dream. I mean, there's all those guys, LeBron and Jokic. Those have always been players you're like, man, what would that look like? Like
pretty good.
Yeah,
especially
good passing.
Especially Jokic and Steph Curry. Yes, I'm perhaps I'm a little too cynical at this point about the All-Star game, but they really have broken me. They've broken me, Adam.
Okay.
I'm serious. The format this year has
It's really
broken
dumb.
my spirit. And I usually am a big All-Star weekend guy, but the format is just like I can't believe
We'll
what
see.
they've
Adam
done.
Silver has a lot of ideas, you guys. Dev, do you want to do the segment?
Yeah. I mean,
I could throw out a team too.
I would like for him to be alongside Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
And my reason behind Anthony Edwards, I just know that he would give some crazy quotes about Jokic, like things that he just never expected, and he's just too honest and blunt that I would just love that. Steph Curry, of course, like he's pure. He also would find him, give him the ball. I would go with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is not ego. Like he's okay with I'm just going to give the ball to these guys if they got it going on. And then also, I mean, I would go with Wemby. I just think that would that'd be a perfect group of scoring, passing, just the best, just going like on the same team, and just like we're gonna ride the hot man right now.
I kind of like it. I could see Wemby and Jokic.
Dude, I would also like to see Donovan Mitchell and Jokic play together. Like that's a 2-man game I've always had in my back pocket.
Oh man, and Jokic, it's like Murray's watching.
That's
He's like,
it.
man, it's so nice running the 2-man game with
sorry.
somebody who's
Best
Say.
2-man game in the league.
What do you got?
I want to see Jokic and Curry, of course. With Wemby. I mean, those are the three givens.
We all did that one.
Yeah. Jokic and Wemby together is tantalizing.
Tantalizing.
That'd be a crazy combo. Giannis.
Man, so Giannis is at the 3?
Sure.
Wemby at the 3?
And then we need another small.
Shaq's going to put this team together. It's all centers.
We'll go Jalen Williams because we need a 5th best player.
Okay, so you just need somebody out of the way.
I need somebody to play a role.
All right, let us know in the comments who you hope Jokic gets paired with. I hope he gets
Tyler
Shaq.
Hero is in the All-Star game?
Dude, he can shoot. He's having a good year. He's having a really good year. He's having his best year.
Dude,
Bro.
the more I think about the LaMelo, it is insane that he's not in there.
So popular, but didn't get voted.
Well,
How
just
did he
the-
not get in over Tyler
They have
Hero?
12 wins.
But
The Heat don't have that many more.
Yeah,
how
they do.
How many
Come
do the
on.
Spurs have?
What, the Heat, the 9 seed? Great, reward them.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between
You
9
No,
really have to
the-
reward the 9 seed and not.
They have twice as many wins.
Wow,
That's twice as many.
two is twice as many as one. The point, like the whole idea, though, that I saw this tweet and I couldn't agree with it more. It's like, why do we talk about fan voting? Like, why do we advertise it if the guy that comes in first didn't make the
Can
squad?
I tell you
know.
why? Adam Silver has a lot of ideas, man.
God,
He's got a lot of
honestly
ideas.
though, that
He's
like,
an ideasman.
He's got a lot. He had one that they should make the courts neon colors.
oh God,
He also had one that they should lower the quarter length to 10 minutes.
He thought that would be cool too.
That was another
He's
one
got
of
a
his
lot of
ideas.
Eric. So you gotta, when guys
he
have
has-
ideas,
Now they got
You
a lot
have
of
some
ideas
ideas?
about
Yeah,
how they
yeah.
can change the
I've got a
Euro
couple
League.
ideas, like I don't know, canceling the All-Star game and firing Adam Silver. That's one idea.
our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. You can download the Bet365 app and use the code DNVR365. Deposit $10 and place a bet of $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. You must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem and needs help, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, pick up the vibes, baby.
I know we were just talking about the All-Star game. Tyrese Maxey was snubbed.
I know.
Well, yeah, but he was not good for a long time this year. He's
He
good
was
lately.
like 27.
Yeah, he's good lately.
All right, all
good
right.
lately.
Bet365.
Maybe
let's
if they
do
were
it.
in the 9 seed, Dev.
Oh, get out of here, you guys. You guys
Then
don't
he
care
could
about
get in
winning. I
there.
can't
I have
believe
an
it.
idea.
That's what the number one thing about being an all-star is your winning record. Not how good you are personally as a player.
They're doing a lot of winning in Miami this year.
The Nuggets come into this game as 9-point favorites, and let me tell you something.
That's
this
a lot.
Is way too high for this team right now.
You don't have to be that
The
honest.
Sixers are hot right now. The Nuggets are not that hot. I wouldn't give this to you. I do think the Nuggets win, but even taking money line does nothing for you. So just stay away. We got other bets for you that you could take. I like, very awkward, the under of 231.
What?
Yep, under. They just have funnel scoring where it all goes through Maxey.
Funnel scoring.
Everything goes through Maxey.
Nice.
Yeah, we got one guy that we're going to go to the entire time. You have to slow him down and give him a chance. Like, I understand that that's easier said than done, but you just try to have somebody else beat you, and I think they'll try to push for that tonight. So I'm going to go under 231. For the Sixers side, let's start with Kelly Oubre. Over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. His rebounds have just been up. It's tough to do anything with scoring for him because they give the ball to Maxey a lot. But like he's a bucket and he's very athletic. I think he could get some rebounds. They're putting the ball in his hands a little bit more than they typically do. And in a game like this, there's no Paul George, so I think he'll be able to get a couple more of assists. So rebounds plus assists.
Real quick, I just saw a boosted parlay from Bet365.
I can't wait for what this is.
Russell Westbrook double-double. Jakob Poeltl double-double. How the hell those two get paired together?
What?
They don't play each other. Completely different teams and
Yeah,
games.
they're just putting
That's
anything
crazy.
now.
I have an insane conspiracy
I might throw
theory
a
I'll share with you
sprinkle on
after the
that.
show about
Jakob Poeltl.
Jakob
West-
Pearl's getting traded mid-game.
You got to get the crossover Westbrook Poeltl audience. You got to get them in.
Tyrese Maxey over 30 points because duh.
Damn.
On the Nuggets side of things, let's start with a bounce back spot. We're going to go Michael Porter Jr. We're brave, aren't we?
We are
You
brave.
are.
We're
brave,
over
dude.
2.5 3-pointers for Michael Porter Jr. On our first leg that we're going to
Good
take,
value.
Michael Porter Jr. over 5.5 rebounds. He got called out by his coach. You have to rebound.
That's a
you have
great
to play
bet,
a lot
Dev.
better. That's a good bet. He's gonna go all out.
I'm
on
putting
it.
3 units.
That's
on
the
this
only
one.
thing he's gonna be focused on.
Yeah.
It's
He's
a
gonna
great
get
one.
this in the first quarter.
He's getting this. Honestly, he's gonna get the rebounds. Let's
Parlaying
go
these
with
together.
Jamal Murray over 5.5 assists. I just feel like this is a game that he'll be able to get the ball popping, try to get other people involved. It's always about trying to get him involved. Typically, this one he has a scoring going on. So now it's going to be about dishing it to others. I think that this is one of those games. 5.5 assists is too low. Aaron Gordon is back. He's in the starting lineup, right?
Yep.
They have his numbers too low. 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's playing a little bit more. I don't think that they've caught up to this, quite yet. So I'm going to go over 21.5. Our first Jokic bet, we're going to go over points. 26.5.
God, I hope so.
Usually it's like 29. He hasn't been close to this. This has to be a game that he's aggressive. 26.5. I really like this bet. I do. Russell Westbrook over 11.5 rebounds plus assist. Plays hard every single time. He could get a double-double, which will be double this. You want to talk about that math. 11.5 assists is just a little bit too easy for him. Really, he could get this in only assist or only rebound. So get some of that. Our defensive bet is going to be Jokic over 1.5 stocks.
Ooh.
He's been getting this in steals alone.
Yeah.
And he's been getting a block. This is a game that I think he'll get 2 steals. Might as well get the stocks. It's just going to happen.
Yeah, Philly
And-
turns it over a lot.
And for the lock, over 13.5 rebounds for Jokic.
Really?
Yes. He has not been getting close to this.
I know.
You want to talk about somebody getting called out for not rebounding? They got to say something to the big fella. But I think he responds anyway. I think he's very aggressive in this game. You could do rebounds. You could do points, rebounds, and assists. He probably gets a triple-double. I think this is a Jokic night in every single way. Let's just take it.
Are we getting a win tonight, D-Line?
Yes. They stomped this squad not that long ago, and it was basically this version of the squad.
It really was.
So yes, I don't know how they've been pulling off the other victories that they have, but yeah, for sure. The vibes shall return this night, and if for no other reason, Jamal Murray, we've seen the tweet He's got Dr. J.
Oh, we didn't pull it up. Did you have it, Cal? Oh, bring it up. Look at this haircut. Dr. J in
Dr. Jamal,
Philadelphia.
dude. Dr.
Look at
Jamal
that.
is in the house.
It's actually a dope look.
Dr. Jamal is in the house. I'm wearing
Oh, come
my
on.
Jamal Murray signature shoes.
Haven't
Every
taken
time
them
I
off.
wear them, he goes off.
Oh,
So
let me hop on that app again.
I
real quick.
honestly just bet that. Let's go. Jamal Murray points. I'm taking the over.
How have we not seen him
Dr.
with this
Jamal.
look yet?
I think that he is, his hair's never been this long. So we've seen it
afro.
yeah, but this is a big afro. We've seen it like like a shorter version.
Yeah, Dev, you don't know how that works. Let's go to our super chats.
What the fuck?
What do we got
Are
here?
you
Wiz?
embarrassed for my cultural ignorance here? I'm sorry, Dev. I want to apologize. I know
Big afro.
it's a big one. It's much
afro.
bigger. He's had an
Honestly,
afro before.
If he goes off tonight, it would actually be iconic.
It's gonna happen.
If he goes off in the
Do
fro
you not
game,
think it's distracting at all?
No,
Oh,
In
yeah,
Philly.
in Philly, ESPN.
He's got to go headband, I would think.
no, he does not.
I
It
think
does
he's
not
gotta
get
go
He
you
has to
headband.
go headband. It will just bounce.
You got to go headband with that.
we'll find
see.
out. We'll find out together. What do we got here?
How did I not see
You want to
this?
read these?
Drew
know.
trading Brown 83% at the free throw line. Previous 2 seasons 62 and 69.
got his confidence,
Big improvement
man.
there. And Cedric Brody plus Brate triple double
Oh,
win raises the
please go.
vibes. LFG.
That would actually be a very good.
We need,
Sorry,
a,
my
we,
bad.
need, we,
Getting
need
my
a,
bets in.
we need a Brody Brate revival a little bit.
Oh, we got another one just popped in here. A little late, right at the buzzer.
Big Honey, love the look, Dr. J. Mall.
Let's get it.
No,
All right,
no, I
everybody.
do too.
Thanks for hopping on the pregame show with us. We got a watch party presented by Red Hawk Roofing. We're going to go down, hang out with the homies, but we'll see you on the other side. Hit that like button on the way out.
We all silly like the mayor.